Question: what is your sexual market value? Welcome once again to the Blue Collar Psychiatrist. Question: what is your sexual market value? You may never have heard that before. You may never have heard that question or that term, but it exists for sure. Your sexual market value is closely related to your perceived standing on the social hierarchy. Some of the traits that determine where you are on that social hierarchy include your family of origin, your upbringing, where you may have traveled with your family, your self-confidence, your physical appearance, your carriage, how you hold yourself, your intelligence, your business acumen, and many, many other items and qualities that are too numerous to name. But you get the point. The higher you stand in the eyes of other people on that social hierarchy will tell you and is closely related to your sexual market value. Those people with sexual market values that are high will have greater access to potential sexual mates. That's just the way it is. I don't like it, you don't like it, but it's reality. Many years ago, I found this out the hard way. In fact, I had similar circumstances, similar stories that happened to me that led me to this conclusion. I had moved to another city. I knew someone in that city who introduced me to a young lady who's approximately my age. She invited me to her apartment after a phone conversation, and we started to talk. She was strikingly beautiful, jet black hair, in great shape, beautiful. But as we began to talk, I started to listen very carefully. I could see that her station in life was very high. She had this arrogance in a way, not overbearing, but you could tell she had self-confidence. You could just sense that she came from money. During the conversation, she mentioned that she had gone with her family to London, to Paris, to Spain, to all places in Europe. And she ticked off different sites that she had seen. As she was saying this, I'm saying to myself, gee, I can't compare to this. How am I going to compare to this? My father passed away when I was very young. We didn't have much money. I certainly did not go to Europe. And how am I going to compare with this lady? What do we have in common? As the conversation continued, it was mostly her telling me all the things she had done and very little of her asking me about what I had done in my life. I soon concluded that this was a complete and total mismatch. And it was a mismatch not because there was anything wrong with me or anything wrong with her. It's just that there was this huge disparity in terms of where we stood on the social ladder. It just happened that way. I went home, thought about it a little bit, and even though I knew and I thought that she was very attractive, I never called her. Never called her, and she never called me either. Because I just knew it. It would have been a waste of time. Like mixing oil and water. And there's just nothing you can do about it. You have to accept it. I had had similar experiences in the past, so I had been through this exercise before. And I knew what I was dealing with. And I say this, if you know that something's not going to work, why waste your most valuable commodity, which is time? Why waste time on a journey that's going nowhere? I saved myself being rejected from her. And it would have been a very stupid thing for me to even ask her out again, because we had nothing in common. Absolutely nothing. I say this to you because I want to help you, and I want you to understand where you stand on this societal totem pole, so to speak. What is your sexual market value? Generally, what happens is most of us are in the middle by the law of averages. If we aim too high, we're probably going to get rejected. If we aim too low, we may do the rejection because we're bored and the person just does not have whatever requisite qualities that we would like to see in a person. So we end up in our own range, average with average. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, doing something else is ridiculous. Trying to go after somebody that's way above you in terms of their life experience is not going to be helpful, and in fact might be psychologically dangerous, because we don't need any further knocks on us because of any people that we meet, or comparing ourselves to other people who just simply have more money and more life experience. So what can I offer you? What do I suggest? Given that these are true things that happen in life, the thing I can say to you is, number one, stay within your own range of dating. That's number one. Number two, be the best person you can be within who you are. Make the best version of yourself. Not because you think you're going to attract somebody that's very high on the totem pole, but because it's for you. It's for you. Make the best version of yourself. And then go out into the world and be wise as to who you try to make a liaison with. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I remind you, drink! And drink abundantly from the fountain of life. See you next time!